We left on the break talking about, or at least teasing about, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors, LeBron James. With the help of Matthew Dellavedova on a certain Stephen Curry, helped his team earn a series win. You look at what LeBron has done, earned another triple-double in Game 2, helped his team to a victory, but is that going to be enough to stop the high-flying Golden State Warriors going to Cleveland for Games 3 and 4, Game 3 going tonight?
I think that James is a great basketball player. And if he would put up less than 40 points a night-ish, on an average, people might be wanting more from him. Like, that's what you've come to expect because of his consistency and his ability to get such great numbers like that. And the triple-double is fantastic. Definitely it'll help the team, but I'm just curious to see if they can hold off that whole Golden State team. It's going to be hard for one guy to beat a team, and not taking anything away from the rest of the Cavaliers because they have a good team. It was more than just James that got them to this point.
But he lost two key ingredients to that team, right? Kyrie Irving is gone, as well as Kevin Love, who was gone after the first round of the playoffs. So he's lost two key components on what arguably people say is a weak team if you look at it in contrast with Golden State, which has got a lot of depth.
Mm-hmm. That's the key, I think, is over a long run, one player can't win. If he does,
not even in the NBA.
No, not now. Not in today's NBA. I don't think you can you can win a game, and that was a great game for LeBron James to win it basically for himself. But over the course of a series, how many games can he win? Can he win 3 more? Can he win? No. Can he win 3 after losing another one? Like, how many more games? Like you said it during when we were talking about Tampa and Chicago. Chicago's going to go back and watch tape, figure out how to beat Ben Bishop. Mm-hmm. But you don't think Golden State's going to do the same thing and think, okay, how can we stop LeBron? Do we need to put 2 guys on him and maybe let one guy who we don't have to worry too much about, like 1.5 guard him kind of thing? Like, something's going to be done. Like, you can't expect a team like Golden State, the way they're playing this season, they're going to let LeBron just off the hook for the next 3 games and let him just take it. And
it was interesting. I mean, Golden State flat out said, we're not going to double team LeBron James. We're going to stop everybody else. LeBron, great player. All he's going to start doing is pulling up and hitting jump shots. He has the ability to make plays. He's going to get his points no matter how you defend him, whether he's going to make you foul him as he's going to push through the double team, or if he's just going to stop up and make nice jump shots. Like, he's going to get points. The question is,
will the referees actually allow that more? Because there's a couple of times the NBA today admitted that he was getting hacked, and there's a couple calls that should have been fouls but weren't. Is that going to change the mind of the referees and maybe push him more so to the line?
I don't know if it pushes him or changes. Like, my biggest thing would be he scored 39 points in that game. That's a lot, but not a lot. Like, it's not that, oh my God.
Kobe Bryant, 60 points.
Yeah, that's not like that, oh my God level. Like, that's a pretty impressive. But, and like Golden State only scored 91? That's pretty low for that team too. So if they get over 100, well, now James has to score 45. Now he has to score 50. Like, how many points does this guy have to keep scoring to keep his team involved in it? And I'm not saying he can't do it, because if anyone's going to pick a person to do it, it's LeBron James. But
his body's breaking down. He's played a lot of games in the postseason throughout his career. I want to get to this, guys. Alex Rodriguez, speaking of a guy who's played a lot in his career, hit career RBI 1997, making him 2nd all-time in ribbies in Major League Baseball, passing Barry Bonds. There was a little fanfare unless you're from the New York area, or Yankees fan at least, there was little fanfare outside of that in terms of the celebration for A-Rod. But after this, he's approaching 3,000 hits now. I think that's the next milestone to go down. And that's probably going to happen sometime this month. Will you start watching A-Rod a little bit more? And Andrew, I want to start with you with that one.
No, not one bit.
How come?
I don't appreciate or respect what he's done. And I will say, I do not care for anything A-Rod does. I don't even care what he does this year. It doesn't matter to me, because we're banking his totals on what he did while he was drugging and using and cheating. So great, he might have a great season. I don't care, because everyone cares about A-Rod, and we're talking about the records and what he's breaking is those times when he was cheating. And it's one cheater's passing another cheater. There's my problem with baseball, and why this is the 3rd time we've had this question come up in probably about the last 3 months, and I'm tired of talking about A-Rod, because it's just cheating.
But he's in the news because he's creating these milestones, and baseball is known for loving this. This is what baseball's made of. You want guys to make records, you want guys to break records, but and this is a guy who, yes, admitted steroids, yes, has been a jerk to the media and the players in the past. Yes, he has that air of arrogance with him. but his tone has changed a little bit. I think he's softened. I'm softening my approach towards him. I'm starting to like him a little bit more. That's just me personally. But for you guys, wouldn't you agree that with baseball and all its love for records, that they should at least honor this man or at least respect him? Because it doesn't seem that way.
For me, it's just there's too much controversy and there's too much in the past. You look at other sports, Olympics, for example. If you get caught cheating, you get your prizes and you get your placements taken away, right? So if you look at that at professional sports, well, do you discount what he did when he was using or different things like that? It's a tough question to answer. For me, if he starts getting up to the Pete Rose, Ty Cobb, over 4,000, sure, maybe I'll be interested. But until then, there was 27 other guys that have gotten over 3,000 hits, so it's not huge on my list. And it's the same idea.
Okay, guys, I want to get to these ones really quick. Triple Crown winner, American Pharoah, became the first horse in 37 years to win the Belmont, as well as the Preakness. And I'm trying to think of the other one, and I can't think of it at the time being
Kentucky
because
Derby?
everything is frozen. Kentucky Derby, thank you very
Wow.
much.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what? I got so excited because of the fact won the Triple Crown. What do you guys make of this? Will this actually produce, I guess, more interest in the sport? And you, my friend, passed the test in a way because you said the Kentucky Derby, so you know these races. I'm sure you watched it.
I didn't watch any this year, but there's other reasons why I didn't watch them. But I have watched, I do watch them when they're on, and I will spend the time and sit. I won't watch the 4-hour preview specials of these. That puts anything in the sports to shame. But,
Yeah.
I do enjoy watching it, and I will, and especially when there's something like this on, I will sit down and watch it. I don't know if it's putting it where it puts harness racing in or any kind of racing at all in terms of overall, but it's a nice spectacle to watch. It's something new, and it's something every year. It's like, you might see something, history being made, and I think everyone loves watching.
Do you think
that
we're going to start seeing more viewership now?
I can't see more people saying, hey, look, we finally have a Triple Crown winner. I want to sit down and watch horse racing. For a lot of people in Canada, I don't see that as a huge priority for them. It's something that, it was really neat. It was fun to see, and I'm glad that we were able to do that. But there's really no carryover. It's like Pharoah won, that's great. He's no longer 3. I can't watch him anymore. You come to, I guess, pay attention or follow, an athlete or a horse in this case, but now they're no longer in that portion of the sport. So it's like watching a great hockey player, and then they had a great rookie season. It's like, okay, great. Now you have to go play in the KHL. I'm not going to go and watch them in the KHL.
Okay,
it's just different.
How about this? To CFL, the Eskimos have been hit with the injury bug. Most significantly, John White, the star running back for the team who really emerged last season, out for the year. Is this going to be a major concern for the Eskimos, especially with the complement with the passing game? He helped out a lot with the aerial assault. He's no longer there. Is that going to be an issue?
I don't think it will be. Edmonton's a good team. He only played 9 games with them last year, so I think that they're going to be able to fill that void. Yeah, you don't like losing a guy like him. He had a lot of talent and a lot of ability for you. But the thing that I like about the CFL is there's a lot of options. There's going to be free agent guys. There's going to be people out there that you're going to be able to pick up, from NFL camps or, Div 2 schools that didn't get a lot of looks or things like that. So I think that they're going to have a lot of opportunity, and they do. And they proved that by going out and making a signing today.
I think it's what you say. He brings a lot, and so they can go and find someone, but you're not going to find maybe that guy who can perfectly fit into an aerial attack, running game, and that's what really opens up your offense. If you can start running, now they have to block that. Now your passing game's wide open. So I think they'll find someone, probably no problem, and he'll fit the running role. But to be that versatile player that maybe Edmonton needs, that's going to be the biggest challenge.
And Grant, you're referring to Corey Simpson.
Yes.
Recently picked up by the Eskimos earlier today. And he might be that guy that fills the void. Kendall Lawrence, another guy who's also been proven to be their number 2 back and play pretty well. So it should be interesting to see what happens there. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back. And, of course, Grant is making his debut in Over Unders. Stay tuned.